know there are people out there who are hell-bent on never ever being accommodating to trans people. Like, I will never call you by those pronouns. You will never have my respect or whatever it is. And like, is that really worth it to you? Putting all of that effort to be nasty? Because if we meet and you call me by the wrong pronouns, it's gonna be a confrontation. And I don't think you want that.
That's kind of the problem right there, is that you're already assuming that you are just going to fight with someone if they don't treat you exactly the way you want to be treated. It's pretty selfish.
I think you just want to go about your day. I want to go about my day. I don't want to have to be upset about getting misgendered, and I know you don't want to purposefully upset people.
Great. Well, if we both want to move on with our day, then why can't we just let it be then? You're the only one who's not letting it be, dude.
If you do want to purposefully upset people, then you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself why. Why am I like this? Why do I want to make people's lives harder? Why don't I want to lift up my fellow humans?
And I think it's time you looked in the mirror and go, why do I need the validation from everyone else in order to be happy in my life? Why do I need people to say word at me? You know, you guys run around and act like everyone should validate your trauma, but you don't effing care about what we do because we don't make you validate ours. Everyone has their own struggles.
Like, who raised y'all? Who made you so hateful and upset? God forbid you have children and raise them to want to make people miserable, especially if it's something as simple as not using a couple of words. And to be clear, we're not saying that you can never use the words sir or ma'am. We're just asking that you don't use those words until you know which one we prefer. That's it.
I don't know why he's saying this, because he's saying, we're not saying you can't ever say sir or madam, but you are saying that we have to use the right one, and that we have to ask you first. What if some people, and there are people who don't even like being asked, so what do we do about that? This is why I prefer a live to let and let live mentality. Respect each other's peace and everything, but no one else is responsible for making you happy. I already struggle barely letting myself be happy every day. What the fuck?
And if someone asked me to call them a certain set of pronouns, I'm just gonna call them that. Even if it seemed a little weird to me, which, to be clear, it doesn't. But even if it did, whatever. Just do it. Who cares? Be nice. The world is hard enough already. Be nice.
Listen, I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race since basically it came out. I have no problem looking at a drag queen and calling her she queen and stuff, but you needing this like dependence on strangers throughout your day really points out this huge insecurity and unhappiness you have in your own life. It's called being a whole person, okay? Look it up. Even if you have trauma and a broken past and are currently going through things or did go through hard things, it doesn't matter. You are responsible for your own happiness. That is it.